I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
10:15. Conspiring with the damned. Let's go.
Conspiring with the damned. Go down the other side.
Wait, is that the right one? Hold on. Is that the right one?
It's the Black Dahlia murder.
Yeah, Black Dahlia murder. Want to make sure that it's... and then you got to pull up the blurb, babe. We got to do this the right way. We got to do this right.
Pull up what?
The blurb. There's a blurb.
Oh, yes. Here you go. That's for you to read, babe.
Oh, okay. Translating to the Black Dahlia murder, conspiring with the damned. Translating to the end of summer, Samhain is... or... Samhain is one of the 8 Celtic festivals, 2 solstices, 2 equinoxes, 4 equidistant in between on the calendar. It bids farewell to the season of life as the year transitions into the season of the dead. It functions essentially as an early Christian New Year's observance.
Civilization.
Its opposite being a fertility celebration on May called Beltane. They say that the veil between worlds is thinned on this day, allowing for communication with the dead to be possible. This made it a time of honoring lost loved ones as well as being wary of malevolent spirits. Also, it's said that children born on Samhain, that's between sundown October 31st and sunrise November 1st. I actually have a friend. Shout out to Kev.
Ooh, okay, that's creepy.
Shout out to Kev. Happy birthday, Kev.
That they can talk to the dead.
That they can talk to the dead.
I was born 4 a.m. on the 1st and nothing yet.
Finish it.
The church later appropriated the festival day because it was easier to let the locals of formerly pagan lands keep their traditions with a new name. In this way, All Hallows Day was moved to November 1st by Pope Gregory IV. It was also legend that if the dead got enough prayers on All Hallows Eve, essentially everyone who died that's not a saint, they could get out of purgatory and go to heaven. Samhain and All Saints, Americans' favorite holiday, candid histories published. Oh, we don't need to read all that.
Okay.
Very interesting.
There you go. That is the premise of where we're going on this song, ladies and gents. Having said that, you beautiful people, here we are. This is the Black Dahlia.
So happy birthday, AT.
It's his birthday, is it?
Well, I mean, essentially, he was born at 4 a.m. on the 1st.
Okay. Okay. Talk to him, brother minister. Okay. So, having said
Neil.
that, here we go. Black Dahlia Murder is the name of the band. And Conspiring with the Damned seems to be the name of the song. Let's go.
Conspiring with the damned. Go down the other side. Confused with your disease. Go out your virgin mind. We never comprehend. No dead victory. No moving spiritual. Where the living will see. It's just a game. Revealing your secrets. I take down the unknown. What started out in innocence family. You're dead, you never sought to know. Decrypting the words of fantasies, the molestations, the murder and disease. Hatred fueled by the fury jealousy. Forever fleshless, eternally young to me. The secrets of our hate and disdain, masquerading as a friend of misery. Perfect possession, nightmare reality. The face ends upon the blanket of the eye.
I like that part. Hold back. Oh,
Oh, it's done.
excellent.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So this gave us some context. So maybe this person was born on Halloween.
Well, he was born on November 1st, but very close.
No, I'm saying like the subject matter of this song, because you're conspiring with the damned.
Oh, well, yes.
This guy can talk to people who's
Clearly.
already passed on, so I'm
Contact
assuming
the other side, converse
He
with
was
the
born on
deceased.
that date.
Corrupt your virgin mind.
Conspiring with
No,
the
don't.
damned, contact the other side, converse with the deceased, corrupt your virgin mind. We cannot comprehend a cold dead in between, the roaming spirit world where the living do not see. It's just a game. Revealing horrid secrets, identity unknown. What started out in innocence, with evil it has grown.
How nice.
The opening of gateways obscene, the ancient horror of this evening, will unfold a wretched curse of thine own family. You'll wish the dead you'd never sought to know. What's the old thing about
Yikes.
talking to the dead?
Next
Why do you
verse
think
is
people
crazy.
do that? Why is that such a big thing for people?
To talk to the dead?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I think if you lost someone you care about.
Yeah, I mean, I love my mom. I think about her every day. I would never try to talk to her from the
Why?
other side. What? That's just spooky to me. Like, they're in the world of the dead. And I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just a spooky idea to, like, call somebody up from death. You think that's, like...
No,
is that spooky
I
to
think
you?
it's it's an extremely spooky idea, but I think that if you were gone, I would know it was a bad idea, but I don't know. I just think I might be weak and want to speak to you.
What a disaster.
And if if I summoned you up and you said, "What the fuck, Sori?" then I'd say, "Oh yeah, it's him. This is a bad idea. He doesn't want this."
Contact the other side. Converse with the deceased. It's really interesting. He says, "Corrupt your virgin mind." So he's ceding the point that folks who contact the dead are.
It's a very weird feeling. These teeth.
Right.
Yeah, he's conceding that it's not a good thing. And then he said, well, I don't know if, I think what he's saying is that it becomes bad. Like when it first starts out, there's a level of innocence to it. And then after that, like, remember we went to that thing where they were summoning the dead? And you could see that a lot of the people that went there for that, they really just missed something they cared so deeply about.
Yeah.
And so it started out innocently, but then it became, I'm quite sure, altogether something else.
Yeah. Hatred fueled by searing jealousy. Decrypting the words of the deceased, of molestation, of murder and disease.
Yeah.
Hatred fueled by searing jealousy.
Jealousy of what?
Huh?
Where'd the jealousy come from?
I don't know. It looks to me like these are just, I don't want to say random, but these are the things that happen to these various ghosts. It looks to me like somebody's asking them the ghost these questions and the ghost is responding or whatever. Or summoning the ghost or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Don't look now, the walls are bleeding, crucifixes are inverting, candles black are sickly burning. Throughout the air are pages whirling. You'll pray to God to see you through the night. You will embrace a God. Feel threatened for your life. A twisting demon face you'll come in here before. Blah, blah, blah. A twisted demon's face you'll come before in a dream. The damned abhorrent dead find refuge in your screams.
Ugh, witness them speak.
Witness them speak. Holy smokes. So this song is really interesting because it's basically saying you shouldn't mess with that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they usually...
Right there, you'll wish the dead you'd never sought to know.
Right.
And it makes me wonder if this person tried it. Like, I've read biographies or whatever of people... Well, I guess it wouldn't be a biography. People and their experiences with that and how it started out so sweetly, it seemed to them. And then it just got worse and worse and worse until all that was left was just terror and fear.
Yeah.
Control from those beings.
Yeah, I've actually seen that.
No, there's Sadie.
Mm-hmm.
There's
so
two.
Interesting. Oh, that's Sadie from... I'll tell you later. Okay, so this almost like universally like condemns. I don't know about condemns, but basically because it's metal, so it might be a celebration of darkness. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But it is saying that if you interface with beings in that phase of existence, and
it's not going to go well for you.
It's probably not going to go well because they would be impossible to vet, right? So let's say, like, many physicists believe that there are multiple dimensions. Some of them believe there's 100+ dimensions. So if you concede that, then you would have to then concede the idea that it is possible that what the people call spirits and things like that are just colloquial terms for interdimensional beings who have agendas just like everybody else. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I agree with you though. I think that it would be a terrible idea. I had a friend who had, her baby was going to be born, like the top of the baby's head was kind of not going to really be there. Mm-hmm. And they told her they could abort her baby right away. And she said, no way, I'm not doing that. No way, no way. She wasn't a religious person either. So anyway, she went through with the pregnancy, and when the baby was born, the child lived for like 7 hours. And she was really glad that she had that time with the child, although it was obviously painful to not have the child with her anymore. So her and her boyfriend told the child before the baby had died that anytime that, when a light goes on and it explodes, they said that whenever that would happen, that they would know that the baby was near with them. And a number of different things like that, like random little things that kind of happen around houses. So she said that made her feel good that, once the baby passed, that the baby was still going to kind of be there with her. So they went back to the apartment.
I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. So she said they went back to the apartment, and she said that the first light they flicked on, the light bulb exploded, and they were like, it was a little
exploded, or it just
you know when it does that little explosion inside. Like glass didn't go shining around the room, but it just like shattered inside the bulb.
Yeah, when
you know how now the light bulbs are where when you flick it on and if it goes out, it just kind of goes out.
Yeah,
remember back in the day, it would kind of go.
Yeah, that's what
it did. That
was the filament.
Yeah. So that happened, and it startled them. But then they were like, "Well, the baby's here, so it's okay." And then it happened again. It happened 3 times the day they returned, and she said that they were terrified. She said it did not have the same feeling that the baby had when the baby was in her arms. Like this felt wrong or weird or evil or something. And so she said, we don't want it, forget about it, a change of plans. And it actually stopped.
I mean, that's the whole point of the opening of Gateways of Seeing.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've
met people that embraced it and said, even though it was terrifying, you know what I mean?
I agree. I've seen that as well.
And it didn't go well for them, though.
I don't know how much,
well, I don't know people that it went well for anyway.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it or heard it go well.
I have never either.
I remember one time this girl told me, "Oh, the spirits can't lie." Like, where did you
get that from? That right there is a lie. Where'd you hear that from?
The spirits can't lie. The fuck?
Oh boy. Yeah, look at it said, the secrets of our fate the dead have seen masquerading as a friend initially.
We're really good, Sadie. We're really good. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. And
that masquerading as a friend initially.
Right. Yeah, he said. I agree with you. It makes it sound like this guy had, because he's saying stuff that
fits the experiences I've heard from multiple people.
Yeah, exactly. There was this one that I heard that was the craziest one, where this girl was getting abused, and every night an angel will show up at the foot of her bed and comfort her for years. She said, and then it started getting like possessive and dark, and
they get possessive. That's true. Yeah, I've heard multiple people say that. I always forget that.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Do what you will with that, there, listener. But yeah.
Oh my gosh! Don't look now. The walls are bleeding. Crucifixes are inverting. Candles black are sickly burning. Ooh.
Oh, you didn't catch that when it was
No, I didn't.
Yeah. That was there. Are we talking about seances or haunting?
I'm going to tell you one more of these creepy stories.
I think what do you think is going on in this song? I don't know. Seance means that you call a meeting, you actively trying to bring the guy in, right? And then a haunting is when you're passively being acted upon by a ghost, I think.
I think I'm not sure really. I'm just saying I don't know necessarily that they were doing a seance. But I guess... Well, I don't think that it has to be so formal to contact evil spirits. Like, I think it's much simpler than that. And that, it doesn't have to be a big drawing on the floor with candles around it and, darkness and all that. I don't think it has to go that far.
To me, it's kind of arrogant to try to contact the dead. It's like...
Really?
I mean, don't you think that they're dealing with stuff that's way, way more, fascinating to them than you?
Yeah, probably.
But
I think that people don't have that idea. You kind of worry, I know when my meme died and when we put her into the ground, that feeling of putting her into the cold ground bothered me so much that...
Why?
Because I knew what was going to happen to her body and that she was cold, and that made me so sad.
Did you really think she was cold?
I know that she was dead and that her body didn't feel anymore, but that always tormented me. And the other thing, anytime I lost a pet, I always felt the same way. And then when the nights would get cold and the wintertime would start to freeze over and I knew that she was not just cold now, but she was now frozen, it bothered me. We're in Maine and, it gets cold. Yeah. So, and, we all, that you throw the dirt in or a rose in and it has such just a sad, empty sort of feeling to it.
I can see that.
But I knew this part right here when it said a twisting demon's face you'll come before in a dream. I knew this couple, and the wife was like, no, demonic things are absolutely real and that can absolutely happen. And the husband was like, there's no way. Now, in Christendom, you have Baptists and you have, Pentecostals, I guess you could say, or you know, where there's some people that kind of believe a lot more in the moving of the spirit, and there are other people that are like,
define moving of the spirit.
I guess like that God could still speak to people, that they could hear literally actually things that God would say, or they might have special gifts where they could lay hands on somebody and pray for their healing, the person gets healed. Like there's a lot of different things like that within Christianity. It's actually pretty cool now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, I like the diversity.
Yeah, yeah. But then there are people that don't believe that that even exists, that there is no such thing as any sort of supernatural or spiritual things like that. And I'm going to let the children leave the room before I finish the story. So anyway, the husband was saying there's no way in the world that even happens. There's nothing demonic. That's all just fake. There's no spiritual stuff one way or the other. And if there is, they're not able to make any appearances, and they're certainly not able to just hang out in your house. And when I heard this person, when I heard this story, I was like, yo, this person's gonna have such a bad experience. And because the place that they moved into, like, I knew the people that had lived there before, and stuff had happened with those people. And so...
Were they Christians?
Yep. And so anyway...
Y'all here getting rained down on by the devil, and none of y'all fall back?
Homie wakes up from his sleep. This is so bad. And his wife was peacefully sleeping. And he said that he legit saw, like, this face, and it was, like, on the wall, and it was huge. And it was, like, flipping through different, like, faces... rapidly, like evil faces, and it was huge, and he was freaked right out and like didn't know what to do because he was always told it wasn't real. Well, anyway, he doesn't hold to that belief system anymore.
I don't think so.
Oh, but they ended up having some Christians go over there and pray over the place, and
that did the trick.
Yeah, it did. It actually worked. So, yep.
There you are, dear listener.
Moral of the story is don't mess with demons. There are lots more interesting things on our side, and it's legal.
Yeah.
Lots
more things on our side that are interesting. More interesting than the spirit world? Or demons?
Because we have the spirit world, just differently. So, you know, like, you always see these different people.
You think our audience is going to say, oh, yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see. What'd you get yourself?
Think about it. If you had the power to be able to put hands on somebody and pray over them and they're healed, that's pretty crazy.
It'd be pretty awesome. Pretty
right.
rad.
That's a pretty interesting thing to have. Anyway, I'm going to give this one an 8.
8?
Yep. I wasn't so much into the sound, probably as much as you would be.
Well, the guy was very, very proficient on guitars. It definitely moved me from time to time. You know what's going on is I still have that band stuck in my head.
From earlier today.
They were so good. And a 14-minute song is unbelievable. But I still think they were solid, so I'm going to give it an 8.8.
Oh, there we go.
There you are, dear listener. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.